We had some technical difficulties last night and the video did not upload, so I'm redoing it because I definitely think it's important that I share the knowledge I have. Today's topic is going to be life scripting. Where do I begin? Basically, life scripting is a more detailed version of goal setting and really narrowing down into what it is that you want. Life scripting is where you really dive in and sit with yourself and reflect and ask and really visualize and put yourself physically into that moment through the visualization. So when someone asks you, what do you want? And you say, oh, well, I want a big house and I want to be wealthy and I want to have a good husband and some children and I just want to be happy. Okay, fantastic. But what does that look like to you? What does that house look like? Down to the nitty gritty of whether your fridges are stainless steel or have smart TVs, whether you have white marble or black marble, whether it's 2 stories or 1 story. Do you have a pool? Do you have a garden? Do you have both? Do you have neighbors that are close by, or is your piece of land spread out and you have more privacy? Is it in a condo? Is it in a city? Is it in a suburban area? Is it in a village? These are things that you really need to tune in on, and then on top of that, really sit with the sensation of what it's going to feel like when you have those keys in your hand and you unlock that door for the first time, and how much pride and accomplishment and joy and all of these adjectives that you're going to feel. Because it doesn't matter who you are, in life we do experience sensation physically within our bodies, whether it's butterflies, whether it's the anxiety of excitement or nervousness, whether it's the anxiety of the unknown, whether it's courage, whether it's determination. These are all things that have physical sensations, and they're uncomfortable sometimes. But unless you truly sit with yourself and really process what it is that you want out of your life, then you don't know what exactly you're aiming for. And when you sit down to life script, and I'll go into detail more on what questions to ask yourself and how you want to write it, but it comes down to the understanding of the science behind it. Because I know that some of you are going to look at me like, oh, life scripting, diarying, journaling, blah, 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 blah. But it's so much more than that. It's taking the time to sit down with you and reflect on what you want. What is it that you are doing in this life? Are you doing it for others? Is the life that you have now reflective of the life that you want? Okay, well, I want to be happy. But what does that look like? Do you wake up in a good mood every morning and ready to seize the day? Are you joyful at the children playing outside on your walk to work? These are all feelings and sensations that come with the ideas of your vision of happiness. And you really need to dive into what that looks like. And then the science of it is that you're actually triggering your nervous system. You're triggering your cognitive behavior to be more aware, to seek out these things. It's like if I look for a yellow car, I'll see a yellow car. But if I'm told to go find a car, but I have no detail, how do I know which car I'm looking for? You know what I mean? And it's really that. We're triggering our reticular activation system, which is what retains information to then seek it out. And it really makes a difference to who we are when it comes to who we want to become, if that makes sense. But I do have my computer here, and I'm going to read you guys some questions and examples that I wrote to maybe give you some perspective on what it is. Okay, so 1 through 5, we have personal goals. What are your long-term goals and your short-term goals for your personal development, your relationships, health and well-being, and career? What are your career goals, and how do you envision your success and fulfillment because of it? What kind of relationship do you desire? And what kind of connection and communication do you want to experience? You guys are so quick to want to be in a relationship and want to go out and want to have fun. But what does that relationship look like? What do you desire out of your partnership? What do you desire out of your career? Do you want to work a corporate job where you will be recognized and become a leader and have a great team environment and team culture? Or do you want to pursue entrepreneurship and have the liberty of picking your staff and picking where you're going to work every day? Do you want to be a doctor and learn new techniques and learn about the human body and help people in a way? Like, what does this look like to you? And what sensation do you receive when you show up every day to that vision? It's about that. And I think that sometimes life scripting gets difficult for people because it really pushes you to think about what it is that you want. And it's uncomfortable because the problem with our generation and society at the moment is we have limitless options. It's a beautiful thing to have limitless options because then you can do anything truly. But when you have limitless options in the sense of choice for ourselves, it becomes uncomfortable. It becomes kind of, for me at least, it becomes pressure. Like, what's the right thing? What am I supposed to do? And you don't want to sit with that accountability of reflecting about whether you're living life for yourself or if you're living life because you have to. And there's a serious difference on whether your threshold of happiness is going to exist or not. And I think that that's why a lot of people avoid this type of journaling and reflection, self-reflection, because it is uncomfortable. The unknown is uncomfortable. Asking for things is uncomfortable. But until you truly decide that you're ready and desire happiness and are ready to be fulfilled, then you're not going to give yourself that accountability. And that takes a hard realization to tell yourself, damn, I'm not doing the things that I should be doing to have the life that I want, and it's my fault. What do I have to do to change it? It's really, really hard to say that. But it is a truth. And once you're ready to acknowledge that the life you necessarily want isn't the one that you currently have, is when you sit down and you think about what it is that you want. i.e. life scripting. It really works. It's much easier to physically write down and think about and know exactly what your target goal is than aiming at an empty field. And you can sit here, I daydream all the time. I'm going to be an actress, I'm going to be a singer, I'm going to be on TED Talks, I'm going to change the world, I'm going to run my own village and be an old grandma someday, I'm going to write books and be a philosopher. Like, I'm going to have so many things. I want to be a famous psychologist, I want to be a chef, I'm going to be a mixologist, I'm going to own 5 restaurants. Like, bro, I daydream all the time about the things that I want to become and the things that I want to do, but until I physically sit down and really think about what it is that I want to do and narrow it down and think about what it's each going to bring me, I'm shooting at a bunch of targets at once and I only have one bow, one arrow, whatever. Delicious. But yeah, it's really sitting and resonating with what you want. And it's so important, the most important part, because of the psychology behind it. You want to literally rewire your brain to focus on that happy stuff, on the positive things. You got to get so tired of your own shit that you're ready to sit and try an exercise like this. And you really want to sit and visualize. Imagine the partner that you want, and imagine how you guys laugh all the time and you dance in the kitchen and you feel safe and warm and understood, and you can always communicate how you feel, and you guys have similar lifestyles and can travel together, and you guys are both artists and romantics and blah 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 blah, and just describe these feelings. The job that you want to show up every day excited to take on new challenges and to prove your value by overcoming these challenges because it's something rewarding. You want to go and be happy to be with your colleagues, have a great team environment where you guys all thrive and support each other to do better and excel because you want everyone to succeed. That sounds like an amazing work environment for me, regardless of what it is. Family, do you want to come home and have like someone greet you with joy Do you want to be fit? You know, what are your short-term plans and your long-term plans? Oh, I want to be fit and healthy. Okay, what does your lifestyle currently say? Do you have goals that you actually want? What does that mean to you? Do you want to look a certain way? Do you want to make sure that, I don't know, that you have longevity and can probably survive in a zombie apocalypse? I do. I want to be healthy and well and feel good and not have to worry about ever getting sick or having to, yeah, like these are things that you have to think about and think about what they really look like for you. Because once that happens, you're triggering wavelengths and nerve receptors in your body to physically feel the sensation as if you already have it. And if you read any self-help book, whether it's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, whether it's Habits of Successful People, whether it's all these amazing books, like I can go on, they all talk about this, about visualizing the physical sensation to train your body, brain, gut, everything to be attuned to these receptors of joy, of gratitude, of accomplishment, of love, of excitement, of overcoming challenges. And then you start to expect it. Because once you expect these things, you don't accept anything less. And in my life, those of you that follow me and know me, I have been practicing this for quite some time now, and literally everything that I decide to put my focus on, I'm able to do. And I don't mean that in a cocky or narcissistic way. I mean that in the most, I'm trying to get you to also achieve everything that you want. Because I'm in Europe right now. I am helping people doing with what I love. I get to travel. I have an amazing family that I'm surrounded by. And I cry about it every day because I'm so grateful to experience the sensation of this reality that I've created for myself. And it would be a disservice if you guys didn't do that for yourselves. Please take 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and really sit with yourself and ask yourself these questions. What do I want my house to look like? What's it gonna feel like when I open the door? When I sit on my new couch? When I wake up and have coffee on my balcony? How grateful and proud of yourself are you gonna be? And apply that to everything else. I'm gonna read you some examples now, just so you can understand what I'm saying. The first one is on career. Write it in first present tense. We're putting ourselves in the sensation of already having it, okay? I wake up every morning feeling excited and motivated to go to my dream job as a successful software engineer at the leading tech company. I work in a supportive and collaborative team environment where my ideas are valued and recognized. I see myself taking on challenging projects that allow me to showcase my skills and contribute to the innovative solutions that are going to change the world. I have a clear career path, and I visualize myself progressing steadily, earning promotions, and taking leadership roles. I have a healthy work-life balance that allows me to pursue other interests and spend quality time with my loved ones. I am proud of myself, I am excited, and I am happy. I could go on. Health and fitness. I prioritize my health and fitness. I am a vibrant and energetic individual. I have consistent exercise routines that include a mix of strength training, cardio, yoga. I enjoy nourishing my body with wholesome and healthy food. I maintain a healthy weight and feel confident in who I am. I like challenging trails. I like practicing mindfulness every day, and I prioritize myself over the... Anyways, you get the point. Sorry, I lost my... But that's what I'm saying, and it's very important. Sometimes, once you're ready and comfortable and excited for that next thing, play with it. Sometimes I'll be adding numbers into my career goals. I want to make this many $1,000 this month. This year I'm going to make this much. And now I'm aiming at a target. How am I going to do this? You know what I mean? And it becomes a lot easier when you're looking at the steps in front of you instead of looking at the top of the mountain. When you're looking at the top of the mountain, you're like, fuck, that looks scary, intense. But if you look one foot in front of the other and set the steps for yourself to know what you're looking for, then you're going to get to the top of the mountain and you're going to be like, I fucking did that. I did that. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing. It is amazing, and everyone deserves to give themselves that gratification of accomplishing happiness and joy. And life scripting has really, really changed my life on that. I have journals full of it, and I would be more than happy to share examples if anyone asks me. But my example is my life. I help people regularly. I travel the world. I consider myself a very happy person. I'm healthy. I enjoy life. I'm intellectual, and I'm excited for what tomorrow is going to bring me. I'm excited for challenges because I know I'm going to overcome them. And it all started with me deciding that I want to be happy, and I wasn't doing the things necessary to pursue that happiness for myself. And it took me writing it down, visualizing it, and really sitting with myself and deciding the person who I am and the person who I want to become and what they look like and what's missing. So, with that being said, please, again, take 10 minutes out of your day, and even if it's just asking yourself the questions of what it is that you want is a start. Because that matters too. Sometimes we don't even know what to ask ourselves. Sometimes we're just going through the motions. And before you know it, you're going to wake up and you're going to be 50 and still doing the same thing and then wondering what happened. Sorry. But anyways, I love you guys, and I really want to see everyone succeed. So even if it's something as small as sitting down, even doodling what you want, try it out. Give yourself that gift, that love of just sitting with yourself and really reflecting on what you want, because it is life-changing. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.